Hey Pokemon trainers, welcome to Training Riolu. We are hopping back into this. So today I think we're gonna go back into try and get Latios. But before we do that, I think there's a shiny hunt I want to try. Yeah, there should be a shiny hunt that's still on the map that I think I want to try. Oh, I need to go to the backup save file. But yeah, what's today, Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. I've got a friend coming over today and I have an appointment later, so I needed to get the stream off early. Oh, I forgot to share it to the group. Let me share this real quick. I made some donuts last night, and so we are ready to go and get Latios. Okay. All right, so here's what's happening. All right, so we have some places that we can go, but I want to do Nafusion. Hey, welcome to the chat. I'm glad you're here. How's it going, Nafusion? Happy Wednesday. So before we go do, oh, there's a Mimikyu. Before we do Latios, yo, that Mimikyu is pretty good. I want to see if we can get a shiny Tatsugiri or Dondozo. So let's check that out first. And then we'll go into Latios. But look, I've got a Sparkling level 3 for Mimikyu. Or Sparkling level 3 for Ghost. What was the other Ghost? There's another Ghost that I was thinking that would be good for QLF. So far so good in a fusion. Yo, it is morning here. I don't know how it is there. I'm not active in chat until I'm done eating. Okay, yo. Eat well, my friend. So we have Ghost and Fairy. So we'll be able to use Mimikyu. To use one of the... Oh, Ghost was... We could use Ghost for Gimmighoul. And we could use Fairy for Mimikyu. And try and get shinies of those. Water. I think Tatsugiri or Dondozo. I don't know about Bug yet. I'm not sure. But we got an all-type Sparkling Berry donut. We got a level 3 Dragon donut. This is going to probably be for Pikachu. Because we don't have a shiny Pikachu yet. We have a level 3 fighting, a level 3 alpha, and I think this is what we're going to use for the next Swords of Justice. Yo, what's up, Pokefan? Welcome to the chat. We have the level 2 dragon. That's what we used on Latios last time. We have this level 1 bug, and we have another level 3 ghost. So we have 2 ghosts donuts, one for Mimikyu at least, or Gimmighoul. So something like that. But yeah, real quick before we go do Latios, I'd say let's use this. Last night I was shiny hunting Pumpkaboo in hyperspace, ended with 5 Phantoms instead. Dang. Yo, Phantom, get out of the way, get out of the way. That's funny, dude. Yo, Pumpkaboo, we were challenged to get like all the sizes of Pumpkaboo a while back, and the only thing I said last time that the only thing we didn't get was large. That's not true. We didn't get the extra large. We got the jumbo, which is like extra large. Extra large is like extra large. Here. Gotta catch a shiny Pokemon. Hopefully it'll be a Tatsugiri. A guaranteed Tatsugiri would be cool. Oh, it's a shiny. We might not keep this. Okay, it's a shiny Simipour. We might have to, since it's not a Tatsugiri or a Dondozo, we might have to reset. But let's see what we can get here. Shiny Simipour, yeah, dude, shiny. I'm not too excited about getting a Simipour, unfortunately. Sorry. Use a catch window. Okay, here, let's use a catch window on these guys. Nice shiny. Oh, you like it? Unfortunately, I might actually have to, just because I want what I'm looking for from this hyperspace hole is either Tatsugiri or Dondozo. I'd like to get one of those shinies. So I think that's what I'm looking for from this hyperspace hole. We do have shiny Simipour and Panpour, I believe. Oh look, what luck. Okay, let's get all these Pokeballs. So I might just, like, we might reset on this if we don't get Tatsugiri. But I'll hop into we'll hop into Latios after we check this place. Might go to my backup save file. Okay, here we go. Let's go up and over here. See where our Tatsugiris are at. The shiny Pidgeys are getting out of hand. Yo, welcome to the world of shiny hunting. Yo, one just showed up and I just let it go. Goodbye, Pidgey. That's funny, dude. Yeah, Pidgeys and Fletchlings are out of control in this game. It's like, they wanted to give you the real-life city experience. Oh man, there's no Tatsugiris or Dondozos? I'm saying that wrong. Okay. Pretty sure we got that Pokeball. We got this one, yeah? Keep reading that, I keep reading the shiny Pidgey. Yo, that's funny, dude. I'm with you though, like, I'll catch him once in a while. It's nice to have an option for Pidgeot, the Mega Pidgeot, but yo, we've got plenty of options, I feel like. Okay. This is, so Tatsugiri is showing up here. Let's get these last Pokeballs, and then I think we can reset and maybe come up here and check. Let's get this last Pokeball. Okay. My Giraffe Rig just fainted. Are you doing a Nuzlocke? Are you doing a Nuzlocke? Yo, that would be devastating. I'm sorry, Giraffe Rig fainted. I feel like I would want to restart my whole Poke life if Giraffe Rig fainted. Wait, did we get? Is there another Pokeball over here? Hold on. There's one. Okay. All right, almost. sneak around these Tatsugiris, because otherwise they'll get scared and run away. Let me up, let me up. Okay. Here we go. I'm just leveling up my Pokemon for the next gym. I'm trying to remember, Pokefan, what are you playing again? What game? Oh, my brother just sent me. Oh, yeah, okay. That's right. Yo. What gym are you going up against next? Okay, there we go. Okay, we got the last Pokeball. Should have a ton of berries from this. Let's check Tatsugiri. We've got 1,300 calories, so we have every Pokeball, I think. So we can reset for a little bit. Which Porygon had a Mega? Yo, that's an interesting idea. There are many ways that they can with that. Yeah, that'd be an interesting Mega evolution. I'd be down to see a Mega Porygon. Here, let's just do a quick reset here. And see if we can get Tatsugiri to show up. But if not, I think I'll save this hunt for another time. Because it'd be cool to get Dondozo or Tatsugiri. The fighting gym. Okay, yo, that'll be fun. The fighting gym in Sinnoh. I'm trying to remember yo, I think that's the one with all the like slats that are like you have to push them all over the place to try and get to the gym leader. That one was pretty wild. I had Porygon on my team earlier. Yeah, Porygon would have a tough time against a fighting gym leader. But Girafarig would be useful. I do love, I got a newfound sense of love for Girafarig when Farigiraf came out, and they gave it an evolution. But that shiny's always been really cool, like that the blue shiny for Girafarig. I love it, man. Took a picture of it on Discord. Okay, I'll take a look. Yeah. There's 3 different colors of shinies for Tatsugiri. I was talking about this yesterday with Jessica Lynn. I can't remember stretchy form. So normally Curly is like the magenta, no, not magenta, the fuchsia color, the like purplish pink color. That's normally what Curly is. Droopy is normally the orange Tatsugiri, and then Stretchy is normally the yellow Tatsugiri. Curly is normally the shiny for Curly. The normal fuchsia one is a white color. The shiny for the Droopy form is brown, and it has like tiger stripes. It's kind of cool looking. I can't remember the Stretchy form's shiny. I think it's orange. Like it goes from yellow to orange, but that doesn't seem, I don't know if that, like that's, I don't know if that's right. So there's 3 different shinies for each form. I'd like to get the Curly shiny personally, just that like it's pure white, which is super cool looking. And then getting like a Dondozo with the white and yellow would be a cool little like color palette. You know what I mean? Just to have those 2 together. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even think we'll get the shiny. Like I feel like the rate for shiny Dondozo and Tatsugiri is probably too it's too tough to get probably. But after this little reset, we'll go check on Tatsugiri. If we don't get it, if we don't get Dondozo, if we don't get Tatsugiri, then we'll go into Latios. And we're finally going back to Latios. We've got a 3-star. We've got 3-star all type, and we have 3-star dragon. So I think we're going to use the dragon and try and get shiny Latios on that. But my guess is that we're reset back to the normal hunt, like a normal shiny hunt for Latios. Like the 10-12 hours that we put into it doesn't count anymore, maybe, or it does count, and the RNG gods are going to be in favor of us. And now that we have this level 3 donut, it's going to be like a lot easier to get or something along those lines. But we'll see. I'm not sure. Not sure how it's going to go, but I'm hoping for the best. Hopefully, like, we could get it within 4 hours. That'd be great. Like, just a couple of streams, and then we can move on to the next. But I was showing you guys before, we got those ghost donuts, so I can get Gimmighoul shiny, and I can get Mimikyu shiny. I want to get a Mimikyu and call it Doodle, and nickname it Doodle, and have my shiny Doodle back. Like, Mimikyu's a pretty solid Pokemon. It's probably one of my favorite. Mimikyu is probably my favorite Pokemon from Alola. But I love its shiny. Just the black, and it looks like somebody drew Mimikyu's face on, like, it's just a solid a blank canvas, and somebody just like took their charcoal and drew it. I just caught a Lickitung. Okay, yo, that's cool, because now you can have I think it learns ancient power, and then you can evolve it into Licky, something like that, right? Sinnoh is wild with the new evolution methods. Or is it like a rock move? I can't remember. Okay, let's go check on Tatsugiri. We have 900 calories left to go. Thank you. Yo. Okay, I think we got to make it up to the rooftop. That's the only place Tatsugiri was showing up. Oh, no. Of course, like, when you're in a hurry, the elevators are like, don't you dare. Okay, let's go check on our little fishy boys, our little sushi. Yeah, what the heck? I don't think there's any shinies. And there's less Tatsugiri than there were before. Okay, no luck. No luck. I guess let's check the other guys real quick. I guess it doesn't matter. We're gonna reset this anyway, so no need. Just curious if our resets did anything. Did the resets do anything? Oh, another shiny Simipour. Great. All right, yeah, no, we're not keeping this. Let's go back to the backup save file. We'll go into Latios now. Apparently Simipour wants to be shiny. Maybe we come back and get Tatsugiri, one of the Tatsugiris at least, and then get Simipour or Starmie or Staryu. But yeah, we're not leaving that hyperspace hole without a Tatsugiri, I don't think, or Dondozo. I think we need to use that 3. It's weird. That's like yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Was that hyperspace hole is a 4-star hole, but let's see. Here's Latios too. Okay, hyperspace hole is a 4-star hole. We were using a 5-star donut with a level 3 shiny chance. Okay, we got a solid backup save file. Let's use this Jessica Lynn, hello. Welcome to the chat. Okay, here we go. Level 3 Sparkling Dragon. We're coming back with a vengeance to try and get this Latios. Okay, we had a solid like 12 hours into this hunt. Hopefully we can get Latios to just appear right away. So let's get to Latios and then we'll save and then we can start resetting for it. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're back. We're back, baby. Mabel. It looked like Paxton was looking at me. Hi, Paxton. Tatsugiri got spooked? Yeah. Alright. Look at that shiny Swablu. How do I get there? We might have to reset just to get back to audio. I think it's pretty complex how to get there. Excuse me, Mana. Shoot. This is not the way. Okay. Let's go. Tatsugiri got spooked, disappeared. It takes them a while. Oh, okay, yeah. That's true. I must have not been careful enough. I gotta figure out how to get to Latios. Hopefully we don't spend too many calories. I think this seems familiar. Look at those Halucha. What's up, Halucha? This way? Yeah. We go up and around, yeah. What? What are we doing? Latios? This isn't Latios anymore? Oh, no, okay. We're just on the wrong side. Oh man, that was wild. Okay, it's still Latios. I think we go. Oh my goodness. So I think that's what I was watching. Bolts, YouTuber Bolts. We're doing a collaboration stream with YouTuber Bolts on Sunday, and then we're doing a chat battle on Saturday. So those are things happening on the channel. But I was watching YouTuber Bolts' stream, and he's shiny hunting Latios. And so this looks like it must be this. Okay, so this is where. Yeah, I need to come back here a lot faster. Here, let's try that again. Not that it's a big deal, but we were down to like 2,000 calories. So let's try that again. Try to get here a lot faster. I think I got a better method to get here. So let's do this. Hopefully we can just start up this shiny hunt with and have like 3,000 calories still. That way we could just, after we're done getting Latios, finally we can maybe hunt around and get what we can from this hyperspace hole. Or maybe we're so fed up by the time we get Latios that we just leave. Maybe that's what we do. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's go. All right, guys, wish me luck. We're gonna get this shiny. Hopefully we can get shiny Latios this stream. I got to see a couple of Zimipores. Excuse me. I started shiny hunting Latios yesterday. Okay. Yo, how I'm guessing no luck yet based on the but you got Virizion, which was awesome. Yo, I saw the Virizion that you had, and then you got a Mega Kangaskhan yesterday. Okay. cafeteria over there. We have to go all the way across. In here? Yeah. This is a little bit better. This is a better run. I wish you the best of luck getting shiny Latios. She's a beautiful shiny girl, and she's ready to be caught. She's ready to be found and caught, you know? Okay, there's our Holovator. This will get us to where we need to go. I got tired of resetting for donuts. Oh no. Yeah, that's what we went in with Latios on a level 2 yesterday. But I was able to get some massive like level 3. Yeah, it took me hours, but I got some like a huge grouping of level 3 sparkling donuts yesterday. Okay, we're gonna save. We've got 3,000 calories right now. Okay, let's save. And now we reset for Latios. Whew, okay, here we go. Yo, I don't know if it's worth it. Like, somebody was saying that it's like not much of a difference between level 2 and level 3 donuts. So I was like, oh, okay, no big deal. Then we could just use a level 2 donut, and then we spent like 12 hours trying to shiny hunt Latios, and I was like, I'm coming back with a level 3 donut. It seems to make a difference. So we'll find out. Maybe we come back and do this for another 12 hours. But yeah, that's not ideal. That's not what we want. But we definitely are hoping that with the newfound, the next level, we'll be able to. We did level up our donut, so since we're leveling up, we're gonna try and get the shiny Latios a lot quicker. So I don't know though. But while we were getting donuts, I reset for a level 3 fighting donut too. And yeah, so I've got the next Swords of Justice ready to go. So that'll be cool. Hopefully it's for I think what I personally want, I think what I want next in these 5-star like legendary hunts, yeah, I hope to get Cobalion. That way we save the best shinies for last. We'll get Latios and Virizion last. That's my hope. We'll see though. I don't know if that's gonna go very well. We'll see. I think we catch Latios in a friend ball too. Like to me, either that or like a dive ball. I think the friend ball is probably closest to the color of shiny Latios. As far as like Apper balls go. We'll see though. Yeah, thank you guys for being here so early. Like I'm excited. Today's going to be a busy day. We got a bunch of stuff going on today. And I didn't think I didn't know if you guys would be up for like another late night stream. We did that with after I saw Avatar Fire and Ash. I didn't know how like that movie went for 4 hours. And so I was like, man, it's 8:30. I don't know if anybody would be up for a late night stream. And then I asked the Discord, hey, you guys up for this? And somebody said yes. So I was like, okay, let's go. Let's do it. But yeah, I figured I'd get this one done early. We'll get it knocked out of the way. And then we can come back tomorrow at a regular time. I just have a bunch of stuff to do today, so didn't want you guys to like have to wait. But I woke up, I had like 2 cups of coffee so that I could wake up enough to be cognitive. It was rough. like I've been waking up rested and feeling like ready to go, and I'll be singing like in the morning. I'm like, walk like an Egyptian, and that's the song that like pops in my head. So this morning, no music. There was no music whatsoever in my head. So that was rough. I was waking up like zombie mode. It was wild. Poke fan, good luck with your gym, your fighting gym coming up. I remember like all those slats on the fighting gym. Like, will I be able to like make it through? It's like you gotta do the puzzle the right way. I think I messed up when we did the playthrough on Shining Pearl. Yo, it was kind of funny though. My brother sent me a Snapchat. Oh, the puppy. Oh, my nephew. Do you prefer hot coffee or iced coffee? Prefer? Yo, so if I order coffee, I'll usually order it blended. Like to just get the, almost like that, I guess, like slushy feel. I think I think I prefer blended just to get the like, you get to the bottom of a blended drink and there's like still some stuff left over, and you gotta like mix it around and it lasts longer, I feel like. So I think that's why I like blended drinks. It's because there's stuff to do at the end of the drink. there's still more to do, like is it satisfying? Probably not, but like you got to get those ice chunks with the straw at the end. That's so silly. Gosh, I'm sorry. Snapesy Hollow, good afternoon to you as well. It is 10:31 here, so I will wish you a good morning, but you must be on the East Coast because it is already afternoon time for you. Hello. Yo, how was your boba tea? Or was it matcha tea with tapioca? Something like that? I hope it was good. I like a good slush coffee too. Yeah, heck yeah. It's like, right? Is that an accurate description of like That's probably the silliest thing to say, man. I'm sorry. Stuff to do at the end, yeah. Oh my gosh. But at home we've got like a coffee maker. So it's kind of cool. We've got these like aluminum reusable like pods. So we aren't destroying the earth. With with the plastic pods that are. Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, hell yeah. Okay, unite. All my things to do after the coffee's gone. Slushy coffee drinkers unite. Yeah. So at home though, we've got like a coffee maker. We've got these cool aluminum like pods. And the aluminum pods we just fill up with like ground coffee, and so we'll fill up the aluminum pods, put those in the coffee maker. I make either like 2 or 3 of those, and then I'm good to go. I drink coffee black mostly, but I do drink just hazelnut too. But something weird about me, I drink hot coffee with hot seasons, and cold coffee with cold seasons. Okay, yo. I feel like you're protesting the weather. Like, you're like, not today, summer. That's awesome, dude. It isn't like it. That is intense. Like how people have our own specific routines. The matcha tea was amazing. I bought 2 of them for $5. Where? Yo, matcha hasn't really caught on in this area, I don't think. I think there's places to get matcha, but it's not like a big... when I went to California to play Unova Tour, I bought the ticket for Unova Tour, went to California, there was matcha everywhere. And that was my first time trying matcha. I was like, when in Rome, right? Like, this is like the capital of matcha is what it felt like, which is silly. I'm pretty sure that, you know, that originates from like Japan, but matcha was everywhere. So in California, I tried matcha for the first time. Matcha tea would slap right now. Yo, I got the waitress's recommendation, the barista's recommendation, and she recommended like a lavender matcha. Yo, I haven't had a matcha that good since I had matcha. Like it was like the best matcha that I think a lavender matcha. There was like those earth tones. The lavender was like a sweet tone to it. It was so good. It was so good. I'm not sure how you guys feel about lavender, but like here in Washington State, I'm on the East Coast. Lavender is a big thing here. Like we have like a lavender festival that happens in this town. It's a little walk-in restaurant down the road from me. It's a 20-minute walk. Oh, okay. Yo, that sounds like a good routine, you know, or you know, like it's like I got to get my matcha. I'm gonna take that walk to go get, yeah. It's funny though, like a lot of so one of my friends has like he has a lot of adversities to things that taste certain ways. Like he is very specific about like what he likes to eat. Meat is like one of his favorite things to eat. I guess so, right? Like it maybe. But lavender is a flavor profile that's like I had my mom up for an event that was happening in our lives, and so I got to like play tour guide for the city, which was a lot of fun. I showed my mom and my dad some really cool restaurants. Like we only ate like the best places. So it was like we went to Gourmet Burger. We went to like the best pizza place that we have. We went to like all these like cool restaurants. And so my mom, I was showing her like, yo, try this. Like, I love milk tea too, and the little restaurant that I do to for food or drinks are amazing. They make it from scratch and in front of you. The little something restaurant, I'm sure. Again, what's that look like? The restaurant that you walk to. That's cool that they make it from scratch. It's like a little, what's that? Like Benihana's? Like they'll make it in front of you. Something grill. What's that called? It's like a style of cuisine. They'll like cook everything in front of you. I can't remember. There's a place here. I know in California there's Benihana's. Here there's a place called like E something. But they'll like cook everything in front of you. Oh, Asian is what. Okay, there's a little Asian restaurant and they'll make everything in front of you. Okay, gotcha. Hibachi, thank you. I was trying to hibachi grill. Yeah. Thank you. Couldn't think of the word. Yo, autocorrect it is such a puzzle trying to read some people's posts in chat sometimes, because like autocorrect will just make it like as like confusing as possible. But my mind likes to work on it, so I don't mind it. Like autocorrect's okay. Like it. Sometimes I'll get it right, like pretty easily. Sometimes it's like, oh man, what the heck? What the hell does that say? Yeah. I like the puzzle though. But yeah, Hibachi Grill's incredible. I like that they make your food in front of you. That's pretty fun. And then what were we talking about before that? I know we were talking about matcha tea. We talked about California a little bit. I lost track. Well, that's okay though. Yeah, matcha was interesting. Oh, lavender. Oh yeah, my mom was getting a drink up here in Spokane, Washington. There's lavender and huckleberry are the two big things. So I at the different restaurants I had my mom try like a lavender shot of something and then a huckleberry martini, and both of those drinks like landed pretty well with my mom. But it's interesting because it's not like a huge flavor profile in a lot of places, and so huckleberry here is a big one. I'll go. There's a fast food place that's it's the closest to like In and Out that we have, and they also sell like huckleberry milkshakes, and I'll go get huckleberry milkshakes like every time I go there. That's so good. But lavender is a big one too. Lavender lemonade is really tasty. But yeah, that lavender matcha was hella good. Okay, I'm glad we found that. In my recesses in my mind, I was like in the middle of, got interrupted on the thought process and figured it out. We got it. The brain's working, coffee's kicking in. And now we're gonna get this shiny Latios, yeah? We got this. Yo, I don't know if you guys got to see yesterday's stream, but it was freaking funny, man. Like I was trying to so we got two Shelfa Charcadets yesterday on stream. But one Shelfa Charcadet, I was trying to catch it in a beast ball. And I don't know why, but it was like impossible to get. I eventually like that hunt was hilarious. I don't know, it took us so long to figure out that second Charcadet, but I eventually gave up on the beast ball and we caught it in a moon ball, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Sarah Illusion and Moonball thematically is fine. It just doesn't work like with the color scheme, and I thought Beast Ball was probably the closest to the color scheme, but even that is not necessarily accurate either. So a Moonball is fine, and it took me like almost an hour to figure that out in my head, but we tried so hard to do a beast ball catch on a shiny Charcadet, and like hilarity ensued. It was insane. When I first got to that hyperspace wild zone, we were getting like destroyed immediately. Like fire spin just kept killing me. We just kept getting killed by fire spin. So after a few backup saves, like we were able to finally shiny hunt Charcadet. Lavender rose petal and rose water cookies are delicious. I make them close to Easter or Valentine's Day. They're light and semi-sweet. Yo, the rose water cookie sounds so freaking good. That sounds amazing. Rose water cookie sounds so good, man. That's cool. Maybe I might want to try the recipe for that because that sounds light. It sounds like almost not flaky. What's a good way to say that? Sounds like a light cookie that like melts on your tongue. but like it sounds like the perfect like sweetness, not too sweet, you know? It sounds like a light sweetness that would melt on your tongue, almost like a wafer. That sounds, I don't know. I've never had one, but that's what it sounds like. But yeah, if you guys get a chance to watch the stream from yesterday, it was insane. From actual flower rose, yeah. That's what I was imagining. Yo, if you're interested, send me the recipe. I'll try that out. Cause that sounds delicious. I would love to try that cookie when I can get the ingredients for it. Gyarados is interested in this shiny hunt. It is like that. It is like a wafer if you make it right. Okay. That's cool. Okay, cool. If you'd be down one day, send me the recipe. I'll hang on to that and make that sometime. That sounds awesome. I was just noticing that Gyarados is like hanging out with us. I didn't realize that we had it out, but he seems, as we get up the elevator, he's like looking out on Latios with us. So he seems as invested as we are in this shiny Latios. So that's kind of cool. We got a little buddy as we try and get this shiny. It's like all that the light touches. Yeah, I was like, after the Charcadet hunt too, we were trying to get berries, and man, some stuff happened in hyperspace that was pretty funny too. Like, I was trying to like climb scaffolding, and man, there was some major fails on that, which ended up being pretty funny. I was watching it back yesterday, just cracking up. So, yo, if you need a lighthearted Pokemon video to watch, yesterday's Charcadet hunt was hella funny. And we tried to farm some berries afterwards, and that was pretty fun too. So that was a fun stream to watch back. So I don't know if you guys got a chance to catch that stream or yeah, that was a fun one to watch back. Usually these Latios hunts so far have been pretty fun to stream too. I was able to like we might have to come back tomorrow with some stories ready, because last time we did this Latios hunt, I was able to tell some stories, and it sounded like that went well with everybody. So yeah, we'll have to be prepared tomorrow if this Latios hunt goes too long. Hopefully we get shiny Latios though. I feel like RNG owes us. Okay, yo, Snapesy Hollow, thank you for sending that recipe. I'm gonna write it down so that way I have it. That way I can get the ingredients and knock it out. Okay. Thank you. Culinary lavender. Okay. Cool, man. Yo, I appreciate it. That's exciting. Haven't done any baking in a while, so that'll be fun to explore some new cookies. Get the recipe just right, you know? Nice hoodie. Yo, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I like the color. You done eating? Okay. Yo, what's up, QLF? Welcome to the chat, dude. I'm glad you're here. Yo, we are streaming hella early today. Oh, thank you. I'm still kind of waking up, but it's been a good. Yo, I'm feeling good. There were some puzzles in chat, like autocorrect was trying to like get me tricked on some stuff, but I think for the most part we're cognitive. We're here. We're ready to go. I was trying to earlier we tried to shiny hunt a Tatsugiri, but we ended up getting a couple of semi-ports to show up, and that's not what we want. So I might have to come back on that Tatsugiri hunt. There was a Mimikyu hole too, like hyperspace wild zone that's on the map too, and I have a couple donuts for Mimikyu. So I think I want to, if we can get Latios and I can remember, I want to shiny hunt that Tatsugiri and I want to shiny hunt that Mimikyu. So hopefully we can do that before the day ends here. I do crush up and grind those petals and add it in for myself. It's not there, but I do it to add something to the cookie. Yeah, then that'd be cool because I've got one of those stone mixers. Oh, you saw? Okay. You can buy and order the online rose water since you can buy and order online rose water since it's one of the things that's hard to get or will not find in the grocery stores will have it. I bet you Trader Joe's has it. But yeah, okay. That's a good call. I appreciate it. Yo, eventually I'll be able to get the ingredients and I'm going to write down that recipe so I don't lose it. And then I'm gonna make those cookies, man. Thank you for the recipe. That's awesome. Yo, with this level 3 donut, I feel like Latios is right here. It's like ready to go. We're gonna get this Latios and everybody's gonna cheer. Everybody's gonna be like, yeah, shiny Latios. Yo, that 12-hour hunt was intense. Watching on a tablet, so if I type wrong something, that's why, because the tablet bugs sometimes. No worries. Yo, I think my brain needs it. We're trying to wake up. I feel like we're cognitive. I feel like the coffee has kicked in, but it's still early and I still feel a little bit groggy. So yo, send those autocorrects. It's all good. 32 resets and we got it. Okay. All right. It's like soapy taste, very unique, but yeah, that's what I was imagining. Like, I feel like it's got like the texture of like wafer, like it like melts on your tongue a little bit. Okay, 1. Yo, that sounds super good though. Do you make them like the size of regular cookies, or do you make them like the size of like Nilla wafer? You know what I mean? Like those little tiny wafer cookies. 32, huh? Okay. We're doing another 2. I don't know if we get I don't know if we get Latios in 32 resets. I'm locked in. Yeah, yo. All right. I figured QLF this is how we get it, yeah? This is how we get the shiny. We didn't have the level 3 donut last time, and so we weren't as like prepared. But this time, this is how it works. We should be able to get this in a half hour. Dude, QLF, I'm glad you're feeling better, man. I know you were sick. Your family was sick, and then it was like you had this impending like sickness in the house, and you were like, no, please, not me. No, don't get me. Don't get me. And then it just like, it was like a wave of sickness that took over, and it got you like hella good. It's a food that's hard to explain what it tastes like. And I make them the size of like medium circle, so somewhat small. Okay. I think I'm onto it. Snapesy Hollow, I think I'm locked in on the cookie. I have this like picture in my mind of how it turns out. I have a picture in my mind of like the color too, the color of the cookie, of the cookie dough and stuff like that. Still sick, but a lot better. So glad I'm healthy enough that I can watch the live again. Yo, I'm glad you are too, dude. I know like the times that you have been here, you're like, oh, I gotta go get some sleep. Yo, I'm glad you're feeling better, but absolutely feel like, dude, take care of yourself. Make sure you feel better. Make sure you hydrate. Get rest. You know, like it's all, yo. The stream takes no priority to your health. So feel better. And thank you for being here when you can. But yo, take care of yourself, dude. But I'm glad you're here too. I haven't seen Benji in a while. I hope he's doing okay. Hopefully he's doing okay. I think school started back up, and so I know he was talking about like doing school and stuff like that. So, but I wish him the best. I hope he's doing all right, and I guess we'll see him when we see him, when he shows up next time. But yo, this I know you said you have work, but this Sunday we were talking about doing a collaboration stream for the tournament. I know a lot of people envy me at times because I never get sick once in my life. That's great. And I've been told some wish they were me because I know being sick sucks for most because it hits them hard. I'm lucky my immune system is good. Yo, never been sick? That's crazy. Snapesy, what? That's that needs to be studied. Maybe you have like an immune system and like the blood type to like fight off all diseases and illnesses. Maybe you should get your blood work so that way like you can create a cure for like the common cold and stuff like that. And then scientists will revere you as like a specimen of health and like how, and they can make clones of you and build the the next generation of superhuman that like depletes viruses and illnesses. Yes, I had moments when I feel okay, and while watching, I felt that I was feeling worse and worse, so I needed to go and rest. But now I'm better enough I could watch the whole thing. Yo, thank you, man. Yeah, like I said, dude, health first. Yes, busy with school, and he got the DLC too. I'll let him know that he needs to come. No. He no worries, dude. Like whenever he's got time, no need. There's no need. This is like, if he wants to come in, That's what we're here for. This is a want, not a need, guys. That's funny. But thanks, QLF. Yo, and for real, like I'm happy you're feeling better to the point that you can watch and hang out. And it's Snapesy, that's crazy that you are like. I've been told that when I had blood work done, I gave my blood for some people and kids to help them. I've done it in the past a lot. I used to recruit donors for blood banks. Guys, if you are willing and able, blood banks do need blood. So like there's injuries and accidents all the time, and donating blood is awesome. It helps out your community. You could save people's lives, which is pretty heroic. So yeah, if you can donate blood, that's awesome. But Snapesy, it sounds like you've got you've got a rare situation going on. You know, like everybody else in the world gets sick, but you don't have to worry. Have you ever seen Invincible with Bruce Willis? Like that's what it sounds like to me. Like he always had security jobs. He never ever got sick. There was a train crash in the beginning of the movie, and like he survived the train crash, and then his kid starts talking to him about like how he's never been sick, and so it dawns on him like something's different. Yeah, his kid and he's like, him and his kid start like testing him out, and so he bench presses, and he keeps lifting like stronger and stronger weight, like heavier and heavier weights. And then like he goes out in public and like kind of like touches people and gets all these glimpses of what's happening, and he finds this murderer. Like he touches this person who's planning on like killing somebody, and then he stops the person. The movie is that movie is incredible, and it was interesting. Interestingly enough, like M. Night Shyamalan ended up making a trilogy about it, because M. Night Shyamalan typically doesn't do sequels, so he ended up making movies that were all in the same universe, and so you weren't meant to know that he made a sequel to Unbreakable. But then like he makes a third movie that brings both Split, which was a crazy movie, and Unbreakable together, and so like in Split, like it ends with the bad guy like breaking free, like being free, and his mind like has this like monster in it, so the monster breaks free. And then the third movie is like Bruce Willis's character from Unbreakable and Mr. Glass, like Samuel L. Jackson's character from Unbreakable, like coming together and trying to stop like the beast from Split. Yo, that M. Night Shyamalan, I think there's credit that he deserves for always finding a way to like make a twist in the end of his movies. Some of them land pretty well. Some of them like don't land very well. Like I think the Village was kind of like a meh twist at the end. You know, like some of his movies have like incredible twists. I think like Signs was hella good. But I loved Split. I love the actor James McAvoy, and I think that was the first movie I saw with Anya Taylor-Joy, which I guess if I was to have like a celebrity crush Anya Taylor-Joy would probably be celebrity crush number one, right? Like, why not? But yeah, yo, that movie was incredible though. Like, James McAvoy's acting is impeccable, and he plays like several characters. Oh my gosh, dude, he was hella good, dude. Split was really good, and I don't know, like, on its own, Unbreakable, that's an incredible movie. On its own, Split, that's an incredible movie. The third, the third movie in the trilogy, I don't know if M. Night Shyamalan is made for like sequels. So it was a sequel in its right to Split and Unbreakable, but it did tie that world together. So there's some elements in that movie that are great because they tie the world together, and there's like this bigger narrative that there's a superhero world in a story of twists and plot twists. So and even that movie had a plot twist, like, so it deserves its flowers for what it is, but it also like deserves its criticisms because I don't think it sticks the landing with the end of that trilogy. But yo, Split, incredible movie. Unbreakable, phenomenal movie. Movie that will like stick with me for my whole life. I'll watch that anytime it's on. I'll seek it out from time to time to watch it. Unbreakable is a great movie. I would recommend it if you haven't seen it. But the trilogy, like the way that it ends, I don't remember what it was even called. Probably not the best movie. It would have been fine if like he just left those two movies on their own. But as far as like and also as far as like storytelling goes, there's like it deserves some flowers and it deserves criticisms. So not M. Night Shyamalan's an interesting writer, an interesting filmmaker. So I've mostly appreciated most of his work. So what's your favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie, guys? What's out there for you guys? I feel like for me, Unbreakable's got to be at the top of the list, but below that I'd say Signs was really good. Planning to watch? Yo. Okay, yeah, Bruce Willis it's one of Bruce Willis's better. Yo, I heard recently Bruce Willis's like mental state has not been very good, and that's sad to hear, man. So I hope he gets like treatment, and I hope that he can be brought back to health. But yo, Bruce Willis, man, what a yo, he is an incredible actor. And I hope he can return back to health. The world would be an emptier place without Bruce Willis. I feel like, and I feel the same. Yo, my hero growing up, right? The person that I'd like to be like most, Stan Lee. And it's still devastating anytime like I see him in a cameo or I see like things that he's done in the past. Yo, Stan Lee is the GOAT, man. Like, he's the greatest of all time. No, hands down, the best person to be. Like, I feel like a lot of my moral compass comes from Stan Lee. Yo, I really appreciate that man, but what a loss, yo. Like, when he passed away and the world lost Stan Lee. And to be fair, like, he made it to a pretty glorious age. Like, I think he was, well into his 90s, but freaking, he's an amazing person, and the world's a lot emptier without people like Stan Lee. So, but yeah, Bruce Willis is on a similar tier. That's why I went off on that tangent. But yeah. Yo, what's your favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie? And who is your hero? Who do you want to be like in this world? It's good to have heroes. Best side character with main character aura. Best side character with main character aura. I feel like Vegeta falls under that category. So best side character that has main character aura. Let's see. Obviously in Dragon Ball Z, I'd say Vegeta, yeah. And then trying to think. Killua and Hunter x Hunter. I'm watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. What's his name? He's the French guy in the Stardust Platinum series. Oh man. The names in that show are pretty funny. Like a lot of the names refer to like bands and things like that. He's most of the time the side man of the background, but he still is a show. Stan Lee? Best side character with main character aura? Oh, you mean like all of his cameos? Yo, he's the Marvel Cinematic Universe is based off of Stan Lee's Stan Lee. Yo, he is the main character. No. Yeah, that's okay. I see what you're saying now. Sorry, I thought you were like name some side characters with main character aura. Yo. Okay, I get you. He had some incredible cameos in his movies, but yo, like that what a like incredible what amazing move to like be in every Marvel movie while he was alive. Like he made a cameo. He would still be, you know, if he still lived, I think he'd still be making cameos. But that last cameo with the last cameo that he was truly in was Into the Spider-Verse. And he had passed away before that movie came out. And I went and saw that movie on my birthday, and I was like bawling when Miles Morales was buying his costume and he was giving his last advice, you know? Like I was just tears running down my face because what a great man. His last message to people was that, you know, anybody could step up to be the person that they need to be. Yo, that's why, you know, like keep leveling up, you know, like don't stop. We all have levels to get to. We have the next level to get to, and that's what we got to do. That's what we got to work towards. So keep leveling up, man. Stan Lee would have been about that. Excelsior, you know, like his whole motto. I definitely I'm with that. I'm for that. So I hope you guys can find it in you guys to like tackle that next thing in your life. When he was alive, rumors say the Marvel movies needed a Stan Lee before airing in the cinema. Yeah, he was definitely like a cameo. It was like meant. He did that on purpose to be a cameo in every Marvel movie. Yeah, I think I don't think we got a like Blade was the first Marvel movie. I don't think we got a cameo of Stan Lee in Blade, in the Blade series. And those were like, that was like the first Marvel movie that was like a part of New Line Cinema, I think. I meet Stan Lee. You met Stan Lee a few times in person and at conventions and events, and got pictures with him and autographs years ago. Yo, that's amazing. Yo, that's pretty cool. The closest I've gotten to something like that was there was this comic book. When I was a kid, my mom knew that I liked drawing. She took me to this comic book, like, it was like a, hold on, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Wait. Okay, yeah, that's blue. It wasn't a convention. It wasn't a convention. It was like a class. And there was a panel of comic book artists. And Stan Lee wasn't there, but I'm certain that a couple of these guys, Jeff Loeb was there, and he knows Stan Lee. But there was a few comic book artists on this panel, and they were just kind of like describing how they became comic book artists, and some of them it's just like had dumb luck to be able to get to being a comic book artist. But the reason I think they were there mainly was to promote their book that they co-created, which is kind of cool. I still have it in my comics. It's signed by the artists, but Jeff Loeb was on that panel. He didn't sign my book. I'm pretty sure he knew the value of his signature. And this panel was just like promoting, like talking about becoming a comic book artist. And like most of the stories were just like, yo, I was at the right place at the right time, which is funny because, you know, artists like have a tough time until they're at the right place at the right time. That's typically how it goes. But at least that's probably how things went. I think now we have media that can promote people and show talents of people, which is awesome. But that panel is probably the closest thing that I've ever gotten to meeting Stan Lee. But I've always been impressed by Stan Lee. Anything that I've listened to him talk about or hear his voice was typically inspiring. There was like this moment in there was like this recording of him talking about the word fuck and like how it's used. Like he says, I don't like to use this word and blah blah blah, but it's an incredible word, and blah, like he explains like the word, and then at the end of the like he convinced himself to just say it, like, oh, the fucking did. Yeah, it was hella funny, man. Like Stan Lee, God, what a cool guy. I bet when you met him, he was probably even just like in his presence, I'm sure it was inspiring. I don't know a moment, like I know like Marvel Comics has had its ups and downs, but like that company sustained itself at points because of the decisions that I'm sure because of the Stan Lee intended to do the right thing. So like that was interesting too, because Blade, like the reason why Blade was able to be made was because Marvel, like, oh man. Okay, so like they're like before, like Marvel Comics was going to like tank, and they made this they made this story in the middle of a lot of other stories that were going on, but they did it to promote toys. I've seen and met and ran into Adam Sandler here in New York a dozen times, and his family a few times. I saw him in pizza restaurant and walking around, and he's genuinely a nice guy. Yo, I believe that. I believe that. Yo, Adam Sandler is pretty awesome. Marvel Comics like made, I think it was Secret Wars, which was just this promotional comic book to like showcase their characters and their villains, like their heroes and their villains, to promote like toys, which that was one way for them to like keep the company afloat. And when that ran out, they started like there were still issues with comic book sales, and so they sold some rights to movie companies. New Line Cinema picked up Blade, and so that made like 3 movies. They sold some rights to Fox and Universal for different characters, and Sony, and then Disney. And Disney ended up taking up, like, after Stan Lee passed away, I think Kevin Feige is in charge of Marvel Comics now. But like, in order to keep Marvel Comics afloat, they had to sell rights to movie companies to make movies. And that's why we had, during the aughts, like in the 2005 era, like, well, we had some of those like really shitty Marvel movies. Like Daredevil was really bad. And that what sucked. Daredevil was my favorite comic book character. It was a bad movie, but there were some pretty good elements to it. Like, it didn't capture the feeling of Daredevil. Like the way the Netflix series, I think, does. Like, that's much better comic book accuracy towards Daredevil. But that was my favorite character growing up. But yeah, Marvel Comics almost wasn't Marvel Comics, but because they sold rights and they were able to like get comic book sales to like spike at points in time. And you know, it's interesting because like Marvel went through its phases. It's gone through its phases, but from the first phase to like Infinity Wars and Endgame, I feel like Marvel did an incredible way. It was like a historical way of telling a story. And I don't think we've seen anything in cinema like that. And they didn't replicate it, right? Like when in the phase after Endgame. Oh, I forgot to count, dude. I got to 5 and then we got distracted. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Well, we definitely are like close to a half hour, so this has got to be, we got to be coming up on it. Or I got shiny Pikachu. Yeah, you need 2 for X and Y. Hell yeah. That's one of the shiny hunts that I need to do too. I do have an level 3 electric donut. Dude, I'm sorry I lost track of the count. I was intent on tallying up these encounters, but that's okay. Yo, thank you for the conversations, guys. I'm going from Bruce Willis to Stan Lee and talking about Marvel Comics. That's all stuff I love, man. I'm passionate about this stuff too. So one of the things I think I want to do with the channel eventually is make like different IP characters from different IPs, like Pokemon trainers, and give them Pokemon teams. I think that's going to be fun making those videos. But yeah, anyhow, sorry, we got really off track. I think I was talking about the success of Marvel movies, and all I mean to say with that is just like they did a really good job from Iron Man to Endgame. I think they lost their way with the phases after that, but hopefully with Doomsday, I hope they get like a pretty good restart, and hopefully they replicate like what they captured, the lightning in a bottle that they captured from Iron Man to Endgame. Like, that type of storytelling was incredible, and I hope they return back to form after Doomsday with that. Nah, you good. I was distracted too. And I can give you Pikachu if I got doubles. Okay, yeah. Get the ones that you need though. But yeah, that's the shiny hunt I want to do. Stan Lee Pokemon team. Well, we definitely need a Spider-Man, because Stan Lee loved and some of the successes that he had from Spider-Man like inspired him. So definitely we need Spider-Man would be his front runner. Maybe a Captain America. So like I'm thinking Spidops, Braviary are 2 Pokemon that he could have. Braviary definitely the shiny because it's like red, white, and blue. I feel like Stanley really appreciated Punisher too. Punisher as a Pokemon? Punisher as a Pokemon. What would Punisher as a Pokemon be? All shiny, of course, yeah. Yo, Braviary, of course. I think Spidops' shiny matches like Spider-Man's, a little bit because he's kind of red, pinkish. It's pinkish mostly, but like instead of that green and yellow, it definitely has like red and purples, which could and like its figure, it kind of looks more like Spider-Man than some of the other spider Pokemon. Like Galvantula would not fit the bill. Ariados maybe, but not necessarily. I feel like Spidops would look better as a Spider-Man. The only I don't think Spidops necessarily meets the criteria like of Spider-Man, but what Pokemon would, right? Like there's not a Pokemon that like teaches great responsibility. Like with power comes great responsibility. There's a moment where Disney tried to buy and own Sonic. That got shut down so fast, but thank God they didn't buy the Blue Hedgehog because Disney ruined so many movies over the years with video games. Disney over the years ruined video game movies. Disney ruined video game movies? What video game? Because Disney hasn't had the rights to any video games. Buena Vista, Disney haven't owned any video games. Universal. Oh wait, I think it's DreamWorks actually that has Mario right now. I think it was Paramount that Paramount had Sonic. Halo was man, that show sucked. Halo though came out and it was supposed to be interesting, like of interest because Halo is a big franchise. But who had Halo? Was that Apple? I want to say Prime Video, like Amazon or Apple had Halo, and that didn't go well. But Prime has Fallout, and that's going really well. Fallout's hella good, but Disney hasn't owned a single video game franchise. This was a year ago. They tried to buy the rights to Sonic after the flop with Halo and Little Mermaid. Disney didn't own Halo. That wasn't Disney. That was like I want to say Apple. I want to say Apple had Halo. I think. Or was it NBC? Trying to. It came out on like one of the obscure streaming services, but yeah, that was a flop. It did terrible. But so successful movie franchises, Sonic the Hedgehog from Paramount has been incredible, which is great because they were about to put out that ugly Sonic, yeah, and then like the internet bullied. The reason why I went and watched Sonic, which I wasn't going to, it looked awful, but the internet bullied Paramount into like changing Sonic's design, and they made movies based off of video games before, and they sucked. When they got greedy because of the backlash, they tried to buy him to redeem themselves. I don't know what video game movie did Disney I don't think Disney has. I don't think Disney ruined anything, but I can say that Disney movies from now, almost all of them, are trash compared to our child. Yo, the remakes that, yeah, I agree. Disney has not done well with like original Disney IP. Everything that they're doing is like remakes of the movies that we loved as children. And I know that the reason they're doing that is because they get to keep the IP because the IP for all licensed characters expires after a certain time. And so like Mickey Mouse, the license expired on Mickey Mouse, and so somebody made this horror movie about Steamboat Willie, but Disney can't do anything about that because like the license expired. And so as soon as it expired, the creators of those horror franchise movies, they like made that Steamboat Willie. So with that, I know Disney, the idea of like keeping the IP instead of like making sequels with real animators and like adding to the stories and stuff like that, instead of doing that, they're just they're doing live action versions of the movies that we've loved as children. And I think that maybe I actually liked The Little Mermaid. I thought that was really good because it added to the lore of like the story. There was like people like Eric's mother, right? Who wasn't in the main movie, but Eric's mother was talking about how the people from their land know the like myth of King Triton and Ursula. So that implies that there's this big story between Ursula and King Triton that happened a long time ago. And for me, someone who likes lore, I feel like that was an addition to the main story that we didn't have before. And I thought that was great. Like, the only thing that really sucked in that movie was Aquafina's like rap for Scuttle. Like, that didn't go very well. I don't think Disney ruined... Oh, yeah, I read that one. Sorry. Yeah, our childhood was goated. And Disney's talking about going back to animating things with drawings. So there is, I think they realized, like, with the lack of success with Elio, that the Disney, everything original Disney animation studios, everything looking like Pixar, like it's not working the way that they want it to, and it's not succeeding the way they want it to. So I think they might have an original Disney movie soon, in our lifetimes for sure, where it's going back to hand-drawn animation. And so I feel like that type of production, like Lion King and Aladdin and movies like that, are the form that they want to get back to. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, the Sonic, they were originally going to have Halo series or whatever. The one that sucked really bad, and I switched over to somebody else to have it, to produce it before Disney tried to get it. I'm pretty familiar like with the IP. I keep up with new rock stars to get my news about a lot of stuff. And I watched Sydney Goodman a lot because she was going to be the announcer for like an after show for Halo. None of these things that you're talking about with Disney seem to like match up to anything that I've followed. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. and maybe it was something else, or maybe there's something along the lines of what you're talking about. But like from everything I've watched with New Rockstars, as they report on things and stuff like that, and that Halo series, everything that I knew about the Halo series, nothing that I recall had anything to do with Disney. Like the production from Halo, the foul up from Halo was from definitely a studio outside of not Disney. And yeah, Sonic's teeth. Yeah, people were like, they ripped on Paramount, and it bullied Paramount to like create Sonic in the way that like we know and love Sonic. It looked a lot better. And the Jason Marsden story, like it was interesting. There was an appeal, I think, in Sonic. They kind of tried to stick to a fresh story, but also a bit of Sonic lore was put in there too, like the owl and stuff like that from Sonic. There's some like comic book. I don't know. Yeah, so like there's a cartoon Sonic Hedgehog. There's a comic book from Archie Comics. There's the video game lore that we have from Sonic the Hedgehog games and Sonic Adventures. So I think the movie tried to like consolidate and produce a background for the lore in Sonic, which I think they handled that lightly. Like they didn't do it too heavy-handed because there's too much like information out there. So I think with what they did, they condensed it down, and in that movie, in the 3 movies that they have, they've done a pretty good job about storytelling. Shadow's story with Keanu Reeves voicing Shadow the Hedgehog. Yo, the 3rd movie was probably my favorite. That scene where they're all in space and like they're like Super Sonic and Super Shadow. I was losing my mind, dude. That the song, they used the track from Sonic Adventures 2, and it was incredible, man. It was like such a good. I was in the theaters watching that, and I think I was watching it with my friend and their kids. No, I was watching it with somebody else's family. We went together, like, but yo, I was like, yeah, I was like cheering and stuff, and like the kids that we were with was like, yeah. They made a horror movie about Bambi. It's ass. I saw it, but it's funny. Okay, good, yeah. Yeah, that's the instance of the IP like expiring, and these people are like, the production studios that's making those horror movies, they're ass. They suck, but they're hunting those IPs to like expire, and so the moment it expires, they grab the rights as fast as they can so they can make those horror IP. The horror IP. I saw the horror Winnie the Pooh. It's trash but funny. Yo, yeah. I love the remake of Lilo and Stitch though. Yeah. And see, I don't know if it's the best move to remake these movies. Like we saw Beauty and the Beast. I think Beauty and the Beast remake didn't hold the magic of the cartoon, right? It was funny. The Sonic lookalike ass, the entire design, but the one thing the people hated was its teeth. Yeah, which made me laugh. It was the teeth that got people, not the entire design. Oh, and I don't know if I think one of the things that you might be referring to is the Rescue Rangers movie. They had Sonic in that movie, but how they did that was they worked with Paramount for the IP of that ugly Sonic, and that's how they got Sonic in the Rescue Rangers movie. Like it's not a Disney property, but they rented the license for that ugly Sonic IP, and that's how they were able to use ugly Sonic in the Rescue Rangers movie, which I thought was like, I don't know if that joke landed for me, but it might land for some people. I thought it was distasteful to use that ugly Sonic in that way. but it was interesting. Like they did rent out the license for Ugly Sonic. But yeah, that was Sonic having um being in an actual Disney movie. Yeah. But yeah, they haven't. I don't know. A lot of people hated Lilo and Stitch remake because it's 99% of the same. But in my mind, it was like the original, which was goated. Why change it? The different look is more than enough. And maybe because I'm a Stitch fan, I thought it was a good movie. The horror movie, the horror Bambi movie was made by people in the UK. Yeah, yeah. I look into the. I think it's. I I think that so. I know the Steamboat Willie and the Winnie the Pooh movie are made by the same production company. I don't know. I know. I've only heard rumors about the Bambi, so I don't know if it's the same. They gave Sonic the teeth of a British person before it got dental work done. Okay, that's very stereotypical thing to say. Any British people watching this back, that's not my thoughts or my opinions of your guys' teeth. This is a very stereotypical thing to say. So like, yeah, whoa. Chill, bro. But the Sonic teeth were very bad, very bad. That was it was frightening. It reminded me of have you seen those like plushies? They're like meant to be ugly, but like all of them have like almost like human looking teeth. Like just like like that's the only everything else is like cartoonish on those plushies, but like the teeth are just weird. It's just like human teeth in those plushies. Have you seen? I don't know what those are called. I think it's like something about disgusting of some sort. Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, I got a text message and I didn't answer it. We were talking about all this cool stuff, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, we're engaged in this cool conversation." So thank you guys for engaging in some fun stuff. I do love. I get like there's some major criticisms towards Disney. Hell yeah, I get that. Like I think I'd buy a plush of that Sonic, of the bad Sonic with the bad teeth. Yo, do you think that there's merch out there for that? The like just the concept of that movie. that'd be that'd be funny. Hey, Moondrop Soulheart, welcome to the chat. I'm glad you're here, bud. Fugglers, that's what they're called. Yeah, Fugglers. What the dolls are called with the human teeth. Yeah, Fugglers. Dude, yeah, that's a thing. And it made me think of like Ant-Man gives his daughter like this ugly like present in this movie, and she's like, I love it. Like those Fugglers are like, I feel like they saw that in the movie and they're like, oh, I'm gonna make stuffed animals like that. Like they got that from the Ant-Man movie. I feel like that's where that idea came from or something. But like Labubu is kind of a ugly design, but it like made like it is like a generational like landmark. Labubu is almost like Tamagotchi or something like that. Like you had in order to like be accepted by this group of people, you have to have a Labubu, right? or it was like that with Tamagotchi. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I have the Fugler doll on Gizmo for Gremlins, the Gremlins movie. I love. Do you think they're gonna make a third Gremlins? Random thing, but the latest Chucky movie. Maybe there are more now, but a few years ago, there was a bit where Chucky killed someone and yelled, "This is for Tupac." I cracked up laughing. Is that the Bride of Chucky? I know the Bride of Chucky and the Son of Chucky like ended up being like very satirical of like dolls coming to life horror slasher movies. I watched the shit out of like scary movies for a little while, and that's what led me to I went through this like vampire stretch of movies, and I watched vampire movies from like the 1950s and 1960s all the way through like Underworld and stuff like that. Labubu is a AliExpress Furby in my eyes. And even back then, Furby was sick and can do something. Labubu was just a weird money farm for the company. I don't know what Lorenus. I don't know what the something with it. I don't know what the with it. I'm not sure. I almost passed out in the hallway. In school, my English class had an exit ticket. I struggled on and almost missed my bus because I couldn't solve it until I could say, since I'm going to miss my bus. And I rushed, but my legs were tired. Yo, sounds like you made it home. Oh, I don't know what the lore is. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was just the end got me. Yeah, the loreness. Yeah, okay, the lore is. I don't either, dude. Express prefer. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I have a life-size doll of Chucky and Tiff. Okay, cool. In my storage unit, and a few others where his face is all banged up and burned. Yo, they're $900 each. Yo, that's great. That's a collector's item for sure. That's crazy though. $900 each. Yo, do you think they're gonna make a like Gremlins is probably one of my favorite movies. I even like Gremlins too. Like, out of all the B movies that you could watch, I feel like Gremlins is number one for me. I want one, but the price is too high, man. Yeah, like you want a Labubu? I love Chucky. If that little man come to live, we be buddies. If Chucky came to life, you'd be friends with Chucky. Like Chucky. And if I miss my bus, I would be like, no. Yeah, no, that sucks, dude. It sounds like a rush to the last moment of school. Chucky would be afraid of you. So yeah, like isn't the Chucky lore is that like there was a murder and then like they used magic to like for the soul of a murderer to possess the doll, right? No, Chucky doll. That's the lore, right? So what you're telling me is that the soul of a murderer would be afraid of you. That's some power right there. You're a powerful fellow. You're a powerful guy. Wild, guys. I was running out of breath because I was tired. My legs were tired, but I had to get to the bus. Yeah, dude. I'm glad you made it. I had my buddy doll. Yo, I had a My Buddy doll as a kid too. My grandfather gave it to me, and I can't remember anything of it or what happened to it. Most likely got lost over the years when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure mine got sold in a garage sale. But like, do you remember Garbage Pail Kids? Like the satire of Cabbage Patch Kids? There was like, I remember, so I didn't have any Garbage Pail Kids, but I remember there was like cards of Garbage Pail Kids, and my brother, my stepbrother had like cards of the Garbage Pail Kids, and it was in our closet. And so I was like looking at it like, what the hell is this? Like, it was super weird. And then much later I found out that it was just a movie that they made. And then it was made by the same people that made Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Like, it's that same like puppeteering. Man, yo, my childhood is wild. This is a weird childhood to grow up in. But I love dinosaurs. And so it was like my landmark like movie, my landmark like theater experience. The thing that like resonated with me as a kid was going and seeing Jurassic Park in theaters. That sparked my whole entire like love of cinema and movies. And Cabbage Patch Kid doll were things all girls wanted. And so was my buddy. Oh, Cabbage Patch Kids were for girls, and my buddy was popping up. Everybody wanted it. Yo, right? Okay, yeah, my bad. I was thinking my buddy and Cabbage Patch dolls. It must have had like the same commercial or something. Do you remember Crossfire? You'll get caught up in the crossfire. Do you guys remember that? Like, that's an earworm that sticks in my head, and I'll never forget that song. Like, the two guys on the platform, and they're like, the lightning is behind him, and this dude's like shredding on the guitar. Crossfire. my brother-in-law plays the guitar, and when I moved up to Washington, I was like, yo, we should make a song called Sword of Fire. And I like gained inspiration from the Crossfire song. And I was like, Sword of Fire. Just like I wanted to make a song like with him, and he was like shredding on his guitar. Never heard it here in the Netherlands? Okay. You could probably look it up on YouTube. It was a commercial for like this board game where you like shoot BBs at this thing. It was like it was probably where Beyblade got its like its inspiration from. Crossfire had like these little pieces that go on the board, and it was like a goal. You had to like get the piece to the other person's goal and like score. So it was kind of like soccer. But you're shooting BB. It was kind of like air hockey more so, but like you're shooting BBs, and you're like pew 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 pew, like shooting BBs at this little like star on the board. It was radical. I don't know why it was like so like stylized, like, but they were really gearing towards like the Street Shark like audience. Or like the Ninja Turtle audience. Like things that had like, oh man, do you remember the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song? It was like the music in that theme song was incredible. It was just like it gets you pumped up every time you hear it. Yo, it was so powerful. Like, Riolu, good news. If you hear that song, it just gets you hyped up. There's a cafe in Japan that is a Beyblade themed. That is Beyblade themed. You order your coffee or drink, and choose your blend, and battle others in the cafe. It's sick. I can't wait to go there in 2028. Yo, that sounds wild, dude. Is it like is it like a hologram? Like, does it make like dragons and stuff? Like, are there monsters in Goated song? I love TMNT. Yo, it's so hype, right? Like, we lived in a really cool era. I don't know. I got 2 more Mons left, then I fight Arceus. Yo, that's awesome. I have my He-Man action figures in the castle somewhere from the 70s and late 80s. Dude, that's got to be worth a mint. That's crazy. It was a Christmas gift. I had it as a kid. Yo, Castle Grayskull. That's got to be worth a mint, dude. Well, if it's in good shape, I send it to you. Wait, okay. The Beyblade, yo, that sounds cool. Do you guys remember the show Monster Rancher? Like, I think Monster Rancher came out before Pokemon, but it was like all kinds of like different like monsters and stuff like that. And I remember, yeah, it's definitely like the themes of good versus evil, I feel like. But Monster Rancher had like a really cool animation style. I really liked that show. Do you guys remember Monster Rancher? Like, can you imagine if Monster Rancher like replaced Pokemon? Can you imagine if we were playing Monster Rancher Legends ZA right now instead of Pokemon? Dude, wild. Okay, I have a friend who's going to be coming over, so I've got to end this stream in a few minutes. Just giving you a heads up. But we'll reset. Like, I needed to say that out loud for me too, because I'm having fun with this conversation. But I needed to say that because I haven't seen this friend since before the new year, and we usually meet on Wednesdays. Normally, like, I don't stream this early, but I wanted to get this stream out of the way today so that I can meet with my friend and make it to my appointment. In Legends Arceus. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you have 2 more Pokemon on your Nuzlocke. You got to get 2 more Pokemon, and then you get to fight Arceus. Suezo. I need 1 more Wisp for Spiritomb. Okay, yo, that's a lot. That you must have explored the map to get all those Spiritomb pieces, and then Cleffa. Okay, cool. Yo, good luck. Because I recommend before you go take on Arceus, you're gonna have to fight Volo, and there's the what is it, 2-part battle. If your team is not like over leveled for that, then your Nuzlocke is gonna be ended. Your Nuzlocke is gonna be ended by Volo. So be careful, man. Like, I hope you have a good counter for Spiritomb, a good counter for Lucario, a good counter for Togekiss. Before that, pray. Yeah, yo, for real. Just be like, Arceus, please help me skip time and space to get to you. For like, just let me pass through this Volo fight. Yeah, pray to whatever god you believe in. Yeah, I think we all believe in Arceus. Yeah, at this point here on this channel. Okay, I got 2 more resets and then I've got a split. But I'm gonna send it. Yeah, I saw the message on Discord. I'll have to check that out. After this stream, I'm gonna get ready, and then me and my friend are gonna hang out. So I want to make sure that I'll be ready for that. Yeah, just bring legendaries. Yo, isn't it like, wouldn't it be on Legends Arceus? Can you get legendaries before facing off against Volo? Can't like I feel like there's something that clicks and you hear like Heatran unlock or Giratina unlock or something like that. And then I think like you don't get the side quests for the legendaries until you beat Volo or until you beat the game or something like that. Yeah, farm Alpha Blissey. Yeah. With pineapple berries. That's how you get that XP, baby. That's how you get that HP. Yo, the conversation has been awesome today. Oh, you do get Palkia and Dialga before Volo. That's right. You won against Volo? Yo, congratulations. Yo, he destroyed us like 6 times on when we did our Legends of Arceus playthrough on the channel. Volo destroyed me like 6 times. It was like the Rayquaza battle. This is on my main account. Oh, okay, it's not the Nuzlocke. Dialga and Palkia are the main story, and Volo is post. Okay. Yeah. I was like, wait a second. A team full of legendaries? Is that possible? Volo is like part 2. Yeah, because like Dialga, what like it depends. You choose your camp, right? Either the Pearl Clan or the Diamond Clan. All right, yo, this conversation is incredible. I'm having such a great time, but I do have to go get ready. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna cut out. Let's check Latios one more time, but I've got to get going. Yo, thank you guys so much for all the support. By the way, it's been a lot of fun today. These Latios hunts have been so much fun having conversations with you guys. I'm really glad you guys made it to the earlier stream. Thank you so much for the support. But yo, it's been this conversation has been cracked. We've been all over the place. I was there and it was fun to watch. Volo beat the crap out of us. I got a shiny Pikachu for you. I think give me a chance to shiny hunt it. We have a level 3 shiny bear donut that we're gonna use on Pikachu for electricity, for electric type Pokemon. A good Pokemon is Alpha Garchomp. Yo, that's true. There was a card game with monsters from a anime or a show on Cartoon Network. I can't remember the name, but I had them. I can't find them on Google when I look for them. It's like it had monster in its name. A cartoon show from Cartoon Network that was like a monster. Yeah, Monster Hunter was or monster. I can't think of it right now. If I do, I'll talk to my friend about it and see if she remembers too. But guys, I'm gonna head out. Yo, thank you for such an awesome stream today. Thank you for spending time with me while we're shiny hunting Latios. We're back. We have a 3-star sparkling donut for dragon types. We're gonna get this shiny Latios. Yeah, I figured it's from the 90s. We're gonna get this shiny Latios. And hopefully it's only going to take like 4 hours instead of like 10 hours. But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. I'm going to head out. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to level up. Yo, Stan Lee, we got to talk about Stan Lee today. Be like Stan Lee, man. The next thing in your life, put effort towards it. Get the things done that you want to fulfill yourself with. Learn about the things that you want to learn. Yo, level up, guys. Don't forget. All right, I'll look forward to seeing you guys soon. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.